One of the busiest hospitals in Singapore is where you would least expect to find art. A difficulty faced by our two artists even before they start on the challenge.
I find that it is a difficult place to think of a site-specific artwork because hospitals are places where people have illnesses and they don't feel so good.
It's a place that's not a fun place to be, but you know, it's quite a dull place.
Tasked with creating an artwork against a drab, solemn background, what will they come up with that will make people stop in their tracks?
It's not working. Hey! It seems to stop. Ah, shucks. And I cut myself.
Oh, crap.
Being an artist is just like any other ordinary jobs. It's just a job itself. It just requires a lot of discipline and self-perseverance in the sense that you have to go in every day, you got to paint. I think at the end of the day is to enjoy a job. It's pretty fortunate to actually, engage in a journey of being an artist, of painting and having the freedom to paint what you like. For me, I try not to define what are my paintings about. I mean, I would prefer the viewers to actually explore into the painting and to find the meanings to themselves. I'm not sure who I'm going to work with. I don't know where the space is. I have zero idea how to start working on it.
What sparks will fly when free-spirited Andre teams up with a gentle, soft-spoken landscape artist who constantly explores innovative ways to create her works?
I feel that I'm continuously learning. The process is still ongoing, it's endless. And every time I experience something new, I learn something new. I do a lot of drawing, and I also do a lot of cutting paper, and I use different mark-making processes. Like incense, I can use incense sticks to create marks and lines, which is very therapeutic for me. I like cutting paper a lot, and after a while, I think the action of cutting, the continuous action, it's very calming for me. I guess I kind of would hope that the viewer would feel the same way while looking at them. When you do art practice, I don't really interact with anybody, so I'm like in a bubble.
I pretty much know nothing about Melissa. I'm gonna meet her soon, so yeah. Hi Melissa, how are you?
I'm good. You?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
See, what is this?
Yes,
shall I do
let's
this?
see.
Your mission is to create engaging site-specific artworks for the entrance at Tan Tock Seng Hospital. Do you know where's that?
No.
Shall we go there?
Okay, let's go.
Tan Tock Seng Hospital is one of Singapore's largest multidisciplinary hospitals. With a history that stretches over 160 years, the hospital is at the forefront of medical technology and healthcare. Numerous staff and visitors pass through the doors of the hospital every day.
Yeah, I like to have this art in this space because it's very nice. When visitors come in, there's a warm welcome into the hospital also.
I think it's a good idea to have arts in this place, as in it will make the place more vibrant.
Art installation there will give patients some form of engagement and then something that they can enjoy. Art can be very soothing for them.
The space was at the entrance, and it was quite an interesting space because everybody walked in, and it was at the corner, so the lighting is quite nice because of the natural lighting. There's a lot of pillars. I guess we could use that.
We try to look around the space and we find that the pillar there is quite interesting. Once you step in, it's the first thing you'll see. It's very eye-catching, I find. Perhaps we can go towards the direction of because this is the entrance. This is where when people come to the hospital, we want it to be cheerful.
Yeah, I think
You know,
cheerful is
they should be more cheerful. They should come in light-hearted. There's a lot of greyish space around here, a bit cream going on. So I thought splashes of colours will really work for the space. Perhaps you can think about using things like decal.
Decals it's quite easy to use, and I think that's quite interesting. Could it be interactive? The space is walkable. However, I do feel that there is a problem because it is definitely not a neutral space. It has already tiles that are colored, it has walls, and it has already a purpose. So incorporating our own artwork into that space, it will not be easy.
The space around this hospital is pretty contemporary, and from my observation, I saw a lot of shapes, a lot of geometric shapes going on.
The hospital seems to be very in tune with the use of its space. I think I saw that they have a garden. They know that nature has its healing properties, art has its healing properties. It's very difficult to engage people in this space because it is, after all, a hospital.
I want them to come in and it don't feel like a hospital.
So what kind of interactivity should we go for? Like the different use of the 5 senses. Okay, besides visual, there is you can listen, auditory, like whether you want to create sounds or...
What can we do? Really lost.
One of the challenges would be definitely the interactive portion, getting them to stop and take time to appreciate or interact with the artwork. Yeah, that would be quite challenging.
Okay, what I really want is to break away from this color tones, the palette they have down here. Maybe we can work out a landscape, maybe with lots of greens in it, and lots of pink or lots of blues in it.
Okay, actually not really used to using a lot of bright colors, but I guess it'll be interesting.
Right.
Yeah, I shall break free from my usual
break away from
color palette.
When I look back at the pictures, and I really see it's very clear that you have this shapes going on. My thought was to really emphasize on the shapes.
I think it's quite interesting.
Definitely, we're looking at very bright colors. I think geometric shapes are one of the key factor. This is pretty much about breaking away from the monotony of a hospital. We want to make it really a fun place. I think we're looking at big scale also. Once this big scale definitely tends to have more attention.
Yeah, I guess we have to be quite mindful of our time constraint because we only have 14 days.
It looks like bright colors and geometric shapes are a must-have, but the artists have not decided on much else. With time against them, the artists need to come up with an idea soon before it's too late.
I've just contacted the decal guys. Even though our designs are not ready yet, yeah, we just make sure that things goes in place, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. How do you play it? Press this? But it says delete. Uh-oh. Can't find